Two. He was a PFC in the Marines, A Company, 1st Battalion. Okay, so you were enlisted, is that right?
Pardon?
You were enlisted? You enlisted?
Yes, I did.
Okay.
I was 17 years old.
You were 17 years old. Why did you enlist?
The war was going on.
Was there any other reason? Just...
No, not really. I don't know what it was. I couldn't get in the Army because I wasn't old enough.
Oh, okay. Where were you living at the time?
Winooski, Vermont.
You were living in Vermont. Why did you pick the Marines?
Well, like I said, I had to be 18 to get in the Army.
Mm-hmm.
And I didn't want to join the Navy because I didn't know how to swim, but then I found out the Marine Corps was part of the Navy, but that was it.
Were you nervous at all when you enlisted?
Not that I know of.
No. You weren't nervous at all?
I don't remember.
I don't know how.
So you went to training first before you went to the South Pacific?
I went to South Carolina.
You went to South Carolina.
Yeah.
How was boot camp?
Tough.
It was physically tough? Emotionally?
Well, one thing was they teach you discipline.
Mm-hmm.
And it's for your own good. I mean, it's not, foolish, but it's for your own good.
Mm-hmm. Was it hard because you were only 17?
Well, to get used to it, yes. Never get out of, never being away from home, but
Mm-hmm.
I remember the captain told me when I went in, speak when spoken to, and I took that advice.
Good. Tell me about a typical day in boot camp. Do you remember what you would do?
We used to get up 3 o'clock, 3:30 in the morning, as far as it goes. And
wow.
the guys used to, if you didn't do anything right, they would give you a toothbrush with a big pail. You go in and wash the latrine, the floor, as far as it goes back in those days.
Wow. Did you have physical training every day?
Every day in the morning, you had exercises.
Mm-hmm.
Every day.
Did you do any kind of weapon training in the morning?
Mostly in boot camp. It was all just more or less rifle stuff, all that.
And you served in World War II, that's correct?
Pardon?
You served in World War II?
Right.
Okay. And you went to the South Pacific?
Right.
Anywhere in particular that you remember?
We were in Mariana Island,
Mm-hmm.
and I went to Okinawa.
Oh, you did go to Okinawa?
Yeah.
Great. Do you remember your arrival there?
Do I what?
Do you remember your arrival? The first day you were ever in the South Pacific?
Geez, I remember going, I don't really recall. I remember going in, we went into Tinian, it was in July. We went in as a replacement outfit for some Marines there. It was in July of '44, that's all I could tell you, late July.
What was the environment like? Hot?
Hot and humid, yes, very hot.
Jungle-like, or?
Pardon?
Was it like jungle where you were? Or?
Well, not really then, as far as them islands, because they had bombed the hell out of them, and there was nothing left but, flat land, more or less.
And what was your assignment when you went in?
I was a machine gunner.
Okay, great. Cool. And you saw combat then?
Yes.
Was there any specific battle that you remember?
Well, like I said, we were on Tinian and Okinawa. Okinawa, 2nd Marine was in reserve up there.
Mm-hmm. But
I remember when we woke up for Okinawa, it was Easter Sunday, April 1st, April Fool's Day and Easter Sunday. I never saw so many ships in all my life go on the ocean. So all you could see were ships for miles and miles and miles and miles.
wow.
I'll never forget that because I remember, I couldn't believe it. Yeah.
Wow. Were there a lot of casualties in your unit?
Not where we were there, as far as it goes. There was a few, but not that many. Because we were at Okinawa, we were in reserve. We didn't. Our division, we went in a fake landing, and the other guys came in from the other side. We went in as a fake landing.
Oh, great. So you were like a diversion.
Huh?
Like a diversion?
Yeah, yeah.
What is your most memorable experience?
Oh, God. Not gonna say. And that wasn't in combat. The most memorable thing was when I was in the hospital in Hawaii, and my shoulder had to have an operation, there was a kid that was aboard the Franklin that got bombed. And I remember this kid, he come in, it was all burned. And he was He was in worse shape than anybody ever saw, and he was trying to make other people laugh, this kid. He was a young kid, 18 years old probably. And he got burnt because the carrier Franklin got hit. And he was unbelievable. That I remember more than anything else, to tell you the truth, because there was something that kid showed me in the position he was in. He was worse than anybody else, and he was still trying to make guys laugh. Yeah.
Did you have any bad experiences, personally?
Not really, not that I can think of, you know, offhand, I can't recall as far as it goes. I remember one time we were pinned down, but we got up, went back, you know, as far as it goes, but it's hard to remember some of these things back there, you know.
Did you write letters home to your family often?
Well, when we could, as far as it goes, you know.
What, did you have a lot of supplies, like food-wise? Did you ever not have enough food or water or stuff like that?
I can't. We had a CO. They called him Wild Bill Shireen. And he always told us, you'll get your coffee up on the lines. You'll sometimes be black, sometimes you get cream and sugar, but you'll have coffee. And we had coffee every morning up on the lines.
Wow.
As far as that goes. Sometimes with sugar, sometimes it wasn't, but Wild Bill Shireen was his name.
Did you have rations?
Pardon?
Did you have rations, or was there dining, like a mess hall for everybody?
No, at the end of the, after the island was secured, yes, we had, as far as it goes, but you had K rations up on the lines, it was K rations.
What is a K ration?
Huh?
What is a K ration?
Well, it's a little thing that got cheese in there, they got Spam, it's all in a, like a little container, like, and they call that K rations.
How many did you receive?
We used to get it for dinner as far as it goes. I don't remember telling you a lot.
No?
No.
Did you ever feel stressed or pressured?
Not really.
No.
Tell you the truth. No, I can't recall really feeling pressure on me.
You were never nervous at all?
Not that I can't recall being nervous, you know. I might have been, but I don't recall being nervous.
Not
It seemed like it was a job that we had to do and we did it. That's all there was to it.
What did you do on your downtime?
In combat, we slept where we could. Somebody would sleep and guys would be awake. You take like 4 hours on and 4 hours off. We'd be in a foxhole light, and you'd sleep and wake up and something like that. We'd take turns sleeping like that. But
did you do anything for fun with your unit?
well, after the island was secure, we played softball a lot, as far as it goes, you know.
Yeah. Did you have any entertainers?
Well,
over where you were?
when they went in there, Bob Hope went over there.
Oh, really?
And Eddie Lamar. And Eddie. I can't think of his name. He was over there. Jerry Colonna. He was probably never heard of these guys because he was a guy who was a very funny man.
Good.
And Betty Hutton was over there. She was an entertainer as far as the actress, as far as that goes.
And you saw them all?
Yeah, Eddie Bracken, that's his name. Eddie Bracken was there.
Did you go on leave at all?
Not while we're in the Pacific, no.
No. So you were gone for 2 years?
Well, went in May of '44, and I came back in August of '45.
So how long were you in boot camp again?
Boot camp? About 9 weeks.
So you traveled to the South Pacific. Did you go anywhere else other than Okinawa?
No, after that I came back I went to the hospital in Hawaii.
And that was why?
Huh?
And why was that?
I had my shoulder, I had a dislocated shoulder, kept coming out.
How'd you get that injury?
I don't know, to tell you the truth, I really don't recall. I think I played ball, but I don't recall. I remember one time picking up a tripod or something that came out of the machine as far as it goes, but I don't recall really how I got it.
Do you remember anything funny that ever happened to you?
Yes, I remember in combat this one kid, we called him, what was his name? Big tall kid. And we were falling back because they had pinned us down. And we were falling back and he was carrying a machine gun. And the Japanese had hit the machine gun in the breech. And the steam was coming out of it. And the guys were teasing me, he ran so fast that the friction had caught the gun on fire. But it was from a machine gun, a bullet had hit the machine gun he was carrying back in the breech. And we thought it was funny at the time because he was running back and he ran so fast the fire caught.
So you were never wounded?
No.
No, never.
No.
Did you do anything else to have fun? Did you pull any pranks on anybody in your unit or anything?
Well, not really. I didn't. A lot of guys did when, you know. I remember one time they had a bunk vest, you know, and the guy put lighter fluid around the bed, and the guy got drunk one night, and they woke him up, and they put the fluid, they woke him up, and the bed was on fire around and things like that. That's as far as it goes.
Did you drink a lot?
No.
No. Were you allowed to have alcohol?
We gave us, when we were over in Saipan after we came back from Okinawa, we had, they used to get every other day you get a can of beer or something like that, but I was just drinking, you know. Mm-hmm. But there wasn't that much over there. No.
How did it feel being able to use a machine gun?
Well, I tell you, I don't know, I didn't really, I know it was a lot of firepower, but really, I don't know what to tell you, because, you know, they say it's something, but I'm glad I can remember, I'm glad I didn't kill anybody. I'm going to put it that way. Mm-hmm. Even to this day, I can say that I'm glad. Mm-hmm. Because, you know, they over there during World War II, they did what they had to do, and we did what we had to do. Mm-hmm. And that's what they were taught over there then, so.
Do you want to show some photographs now?
I got some here if you want.
Okay, yeah, that'd be great.
Yeah.
And that way we can get them on video too.
Huh?
That way we can get them on video too.
I don't get. Where's it right here? That ain't it. These are pictures were taken, not by me, by a correspondent. You can look at them.
Okay.
That were in World War II, different things. They're different photos.
Do you want to show any to the camera?
You can if you want. If Kevin wants, you can look at them. I don't know if Kevin ever saw those or not.
Are these just, where are these pictures from?
They were taken in the Pacific, so all I could tell you. I don't know. I didn't take them. They were Marine correspondent, somebody.
But you don't know where they were taken. Very good.
Yeah. Don't mind writing that dirt about it.
Okay. See, do you want this to show you? You can do it.
I'm trying to find a one ear cabin for. You want that was one that we want to take that one.
Just...
When I was in the chorus cabin, yeah.
Yeah, hold it. Just hold it right there.
Huh?
And that was you when you were 17, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Just outside of boot, we just got our boot camp.
Oh, great.
That's the only one that shows as far as they go.
Do you have pictures of any friends that you were in the Marines with?
Huh?
Do you have pictures of any friends you were in the Marines with?
Yeah, these guys here. A couple here, these guys I was with.
Do you remember their names?
Grandpa, you just want to hold those up
This
for me,
kid's
please?
name was Lindsay. That's all I know. His last name is Lindsay, this kid here. He was from Mass, Lowell, Mass.
And where was that taken?
This was taken at Camp Lejeune. Here's another. I don't know who this guy is. I forgot his name. These were taken at Camp Lejeune. Got it, Kat?
Yep.
That's it.
Very good.
There's another kid. This kid was, his name was Moran. And I remember him, he was from Seneca, New York. I remember having certain ones I remembered. Got it?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. There's a kid here. His name was Schmidt. He was from, I forgot his first name. He was from Memphis, Tennessee. He was a boxer in the Marine Corps.
How could I tell?
Huh? How could you tell? That's it. This kid here, I don't remember the other one. But
Did you keep a diary or a journal while you were in the South Pacific?
did I what?
Keep a diary or journal?
No. No.
And do you remember the day you ended your time in the service?
Do I remember the day what?
You ended your time in the service?
Yeah, I do the day I went in, the day I went out.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I went in, when I went in February 26th,
Mm-hmm.
and I enlisted in Rutland, Vermont. It was 33 below zero that day in Vermont. I remember that, in Rutland. And I got discharged December 7th, 1945, 4 years after the war. It was on a Friday.
Do you remember anything special about that day?
No, not really. Just come. I remember. Yes, when I came home that Saturday morning, I remember my dad kissed the ground. I walked up.
Really?
Yep.
Wow. Were you happy to be home?
Yep. Very happy. Yep.
Did you feel any different?
No, I didn't. Tell you the truth. I woke up some nights. I used to wake up, screaming. I remember screaming. Then after a while, it just went away. You know, like flashbacks, but not that much of it.
No. But you were then 19 when you got
I was
out?
20 years old when I got
20.
out. Yeah.
So you
I-
had to get a job?
Yeah, I remember Eleanor Roosevelt wanted it back then. Here, President Roosevelt, after the war, she wanted us guys to go to a place to more or less reestablish ourselves because she thought we were not fit to be in the war. I mean, as far as it goes, but it didn't happen. But that's what she wanted then.
Was it hard for you to go back into normal civilian life?
I didn't think so. I really, as far as it goes, I didn't think so.
Did you immediately look for a job or go to
No,
school?
not really. They were giving out 5220s, and I drew my 52 check for 20 checks for 52 weeks.
Wow. Good.
And they gave us about the state of Vermont. They gave us, I think, $300 bonus for all the veterans that came back then.
So what did you do?
After a while, the following year, I went to work in a woolen mill.
Do you have did you keep in contact with anyone after you came out of service?
Not really. There's one kid I every Christmas. His name is Jake Herman. He's from Sheboygan, Wisconsin. And him and I haven't seen him, but every Christmas I call him up and wish him a Merry Christmas, something like that. And I got him back. I met him, not meet him. I found out in 1991. And then I've been, ever since then, we've been corresponding on Christmas.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah.
Who was the correspondent that gave you these pictures?
I don't remember who he was. I don't remember. I don't remember.
Are you in a veterans organization? Are you a member of anything?
VFW.
You are a member of the VFW.
And I belong to the 2nd Marine Division. They have an associate,
So after that, you worked in the mill.
Yeah.
And then.
The mill moved out, and I came to Connecticut.
Okay. And what did you do then?
I got a job with Underwood typewriter.
Oh, great.
I worked there 5 years. I got laid off. Then I went to work for Stanley Works, and I retired from there. And that was it.
So when you hear about the war now, the war in Iraq, does your experience influence you in any way?
I can't stand Bush for sending these kids over there. I'll tell you point blank. To me, he's the biggest idiot this country ever had. I don't care, you can write it down or not. he doesn't, the man, I don't know, I just can't stand him. I mean, these guys are maimed and this and that. World War II, that was a different war. We had to go to war.
Yes.
This war, we didn't have to. You know, but I don't want to get involved. I get carried away with it.
What do you think about the military? Do you think it helped you, or?
Yeah, and it makes you grow up.
And do you think that's positive for, you know, 17, 18-year-old kids?
I think so. I think it was my personal opinion. All kids are going there for a year. It'll help you straighten out a lot of kids. It teaches discipline, I'll tell you that much. So
you think it helped you?
I did.
What would you have done if you hadn't enlisted? If there was no war, say?
I'd probably still be working in the mill up there. I don't know. Well, the mill moved away. I don't know, to tell you the truth.
Is there anything that you want to add, any memories or anything about the war?
Not that I can think of. As far as the war is, you know.
But you think it was a good experience?
Yes, I do. Yeah. Back then.
But now, do you think that kids should enlist in the Marines or the Army?
Well, I always say to each his own. You know, I don't tell people what to do and don't tell me what to do. I mean, I know what I want to do and that's it. So, to each his own.
So you don't think it's for everybody?
No. Some people yes, some people no. You know, it all depends.
Well, thank you, Mr. Rose.
You're welcome.
Thank you.